Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 105 of the regular season, where the Astros lose 2-1 to the Boston Red Sox because we don't know how to beat bad opponents, but we can kick the crap out of playoff teams. It really is almost astounding. It's one of those things that, like, if it weren't us, I'd be fascinated by it, but it is us, and so instead I'm just mildly irritated. Yeah. 2-1 loss, so there's not a ton to talk about, and it's late, and I'm tired. So I think it's going to be a one-taker because, yeah, there's just not much to go over. The Astros score a run in the first inning. That's really neat. Like, cool. You get a run early, you think, all right, we're going to keep it rolling, you know. Yuli with the double, Altuve comes around to score. It's 1-0 Houston. Up and at it quickly. You feel good. And then the offense shut off. It just stopped. We didn't have any other real threats. I guess maybe the 8th inning we had a couple men on, but after that we just didn't feel threatening. 4th inning, Rafael Devers doubles and ties the game, and then Rafael Devers just, murders a pitch. He absolutely murders it. A nuclear home run off Christian Javier. 2-1 Boston, and that would be it. That was it for the entire night. It was just not that fun. I thought Christian Javier was really good tonight. 6 innings of work, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts to only 1 walk. 15 swings and misses. He was good tonight. 6 hard hit balls throughout the evening. He was good. 2 runs and 6 innings of work is a good start. That should win you a game, really. After that, Brian Abreu came in. Pair of strikeouts. He looked pretty darn solid in the 7th inning. Hector Neris came in. He looked great. Rafael Montero came in, and he looked good. The pitching staff was not the problem. It was the one run on offense that really was the kicker for us. Now, I will say, funny little 2 things. One, Altuve had a good night. Shocker there. Yuli Gurriel had a multi-hit evening because job security. Say it with me, everyone. If we would have threatened him last year, he probably would have hit 400. But the main story going into this was neither of the new acquisitions were in the lineup tonight. Trey Mancini was not in the lineup, and neither was Christian Vazquez, and some people were upset about it. I kind of understand it. Both of them, the trade was just done yesterday. Vazquez, granted, he only had to walk across the stadium, and Trey Mancini was already in Texas playing against Arlington, playing in Arlington against the Rangers. But these were 2 players that had been with their respective franchises for quite some time, and Mancini's been a case of will they, won't they trade him for a couple years now. Vazquez, yeah, it was pretty obvious that he was going to be traded, but given the way he found out, both of them kind of had some shock yesterday, and so I'm not totally opposed to the first day they're with their new teams not starting. I would have liked it. It would have been fine. I would have been totally down to see Mancini start at first base and Vazquez behind the plate, but I understand it, and I even understand Vazquez more so because, yeah, he hasn't had time to talk with our new pitchers yet. It would have been kind of going into the game blind for the catcher, which is not necessarily what you are looking for. And with Trey Mancini, like I just said, Yuli's been on a hot streak, and also he just got here probably late last night or early this morning. I'm okay with neither of them being in the starting lineup. If they're not tomorrow, though, then we're going to have an issue. I want to see both of them starting in tomorrow's game. Yeah, there's really not much more to say. That leads me to it. Tomorrow's game, 2:10 Eastern, 1:10 Central. Red Sox are going to send Brian Bello to the mound, and we're going to send Jose Urquidy. You really got to salvage at least one game against Boston, and you got to have Mancini and ideally Vazquez starting. I'd also like to see probably Will Smith come out of the pen at some point in that game, and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but that's all I have to say for the evening. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.